and welcome to today's video. Now this video is a little bit different because we're in my garden, and if you can hear construction noise in the background, that's because they're building houses right there. So there's no real perfect time to do this because at the night you can't see me, and during the day they're building stuff. Can I go in? Dougie wants to go in. Go on then. So yeah, in today's video we will be looking at this, and this is the Tower 3000 gas barbecue. Now I've never owned a gas barbecue before, so it's all a bit of a new world to me. I looked on YouTube for videos about this barbecue and there aren't any, so I thought, well, I'll make one myself. So it's the 3000, that's because it's got 3 burners. There's a 4000 with 4 burners, 2000 with 2 burners, and 1000 with 1 burner. And also it's got a burner at the side as well to put a pan on and do some tossing. Anyway, so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to unbox it, build it, and see what it's like. And I've also got a camera up there that's recording the action for some fun time-lapse footage. So yeah, I've got some tools, I've got the barbecue, so I'm going to attempt to get it out of the box and build it. So yeah, let's do that. So the barbecue itself weighs nearly 40 kilograms, so that's pretty heavy. So yeah, bear that in mind. It is a 2-person lift really, unless you're really, I'm not. So yeah. Right, okay, so we've got some pieces at the top, all handily numbered and lettered, great. Oh, look at this. I like this. Let me bring it closer to the camera so you can see. All organised nicely. I like organised nicely. And we have a manual. Yep, caution, caution, blah, 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 blah. I think I need to do some more unpacking. I'll tell you what, instead of watching a grown man struggle quite a bit, let's speed through this bit with a bit of time lapse. And when there's something interesting to see, I'll bring you back. So back in a second. So we've got it unpacked, and the sort of barbecue bit is one big unit, so that's helpful. But now the instructions are telling us to put on the legs. So I need 20A and 20B. Now I've put the cardboard down on the ground just to protect this somewhat because, you know, it's brand new. It costs a lot of money. This actually costs around about £200 plus. We actually got quite a good deal on it on Amazon. If you watch the prices on Amazon, they do change quite a bit. So yeah, if you like the look of this, then I definitely recommend doing that and just keeping an eye on the prices, but it's available in other places as well. So I need 4 lots of A4 and 4 lots of D4. Now, you probably should have 2 people assembling this with you, but you know, I'm a one-man struggle. Isn't it typical? As I'm doing something that doesn't require you to listen to me, the building work goes quiet. Now, because the legs are hollow, you don't want to tighten them up too much because it will make them distort. And then it's a case of doing the same with the legs on this side. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll come back when I've done the legs. So now it's time to get the base on in position, and basically there's 2 lots of screws on each corner, so 8 screws. They're the B screws, so I will hurriedly put those in. So look up there and you'll see me do that. Okay, so it's going pretty well. I think when you're doing these bits here especially, it's best to work from diagonal to diagonal, just so you're not tightening up all the screws in one place at once, because it could cause it to deform. So yeah, I was moving from side to side diagonally just to tighten them all up one at a time, but it's feeling a bit solid now. So what we've got to do now is put the wheels on. I don't know where the wheels are. I think they might be in that cardboard box. Let's see. Doesn't look very wheelie. No, that's not the wheels either. I genuinely don't think I've got any wheels. This looks like the axle. There's no wheels. Hang on. Are these the wheels? I hope so. I don't want to send this all back to Amazon. Oh! There's the wheels. Don't know why you're panicking. No point panicking, it's fine. So we need a washer and those. Now it's sort of saying to stand it up. But I don't know how I can do that. I might just put one of the wheels on like this, and then thread it through and then stand it up. Let's get this stood up. I'll cut away while I do the erection. Well, it's definitely looking more barbecue-y now. So the instructions are telling me I've got to put some panels on the front there, so we better do that then. So I just looked back at the footage of me installing the front panels, and yeah, it won't be included in the video. It is essentially just 5 minutes of my arse waggling around. If you want to see my arse waggling around for 5 minutes, then join my OnlyFans. Anyway, got to put a little panel at the front now. Let me get that. So here is the aforementioned panel. So it screws into the top of the grille and to the side legs. I'm going to do that, but I'm not recording it because, you know, don't want arse waggling again. So now is the time to install the shelf on this side, and it says that we've got to screw 2 of these B screws in here, but not completely all the way, because basically the shelf is going to sit on it. It says to leave about 5mm sticking out. We can do that. There we go. So now it's just a case of adding the rest of the screws. I imagine this is a bit tedious, so we'll whiz through it. Okay, so I've spun it round and it's time to do the same on the other side, but this time we're attaching the shelf with the burner on. So, fire! Ta-da! Look, there's nothing in it at the moment, but there will be in a bit. Now, something I've noticed is some of the screws are in quite tight places, so if you've got big hands, you might need some small screwdrivers or someone with small hands. Thankfully, I've got small hands. So now we've got a slightly fiddly bit. We've got to put this ignition thing in for the burner. And then we screw this bit in next. Now you need to try and make sure that this is close to the ignition coil, because if it's not, it won't ignite. And then these guys go in. Very nearly finished. There we go, it's all done, and it went together quite nicely. The instructions are pretty good, really. The only thing I'm not too sure about is the connecting the gas to the burner bit on the side. So I think I'm going to investigate that more before I decide to light it, but I'm not going to light it today because we're slowly losing light. So I think that's a good place to finish this video. It's been fun building something a bit different, and it actually looks pretty good inside there. I'm really pleased with it. So I might do a bit more on this in the summer when it's a bit warmer, and you can see it in action. But for now, that's the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. If this video has been helpful to you in any way, then please do give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. But for now, it's game over.